Today we've got an iPad 6 with no power, doesn't want to turn on or charge, and if we plug it in, take a look here, hopefully you can see this on camera, I'll zoom in here in a second. But what's happening is as soon as we connect the charger, we go straight to 0.53 amps. Let's see, can we zoom in on this? Okay, so 0.53 immediately when we connect it, I'll show you here, as soon as we disconnect it here, it goes down to 0 and going straight to about half an amp. Usually when we have a short on the board, we're going to see anywhere from 0.47 to 0.53, and because this immediately goes to that number, I think I have an idea of what we might be looking at. But long story short, we should be able to use heat detection to figure out where the issue is. Taking a look at the inside of the tablet here, first thing you'll probably notice is that part of the camera is missing, so I assume that happened during a prior screen removal, and it is in fact stuck on the back of the digitizer, so that'll probably have to be replaced. But what I was really looking at here is that if you take this metal panel right here, kind of looks like it's got some cloudiness to it, so I don't know if we've got some moisture inside possibly. I wasn't really able to find, at least so far, any signs of corrosion, but it also looks like this little plastic tab here that we generally take off for replacing the charge port looks warped. It's not even on the top, so I wonder if someone has exposed this thing to some heat at some point. I'll go ahead and put it under the microscope. So this is the top of the metal shield. It doesn't look too bad. It might just be that they got some rubbing alcohol inside while it was being removed, possibly. In any case, I don't see any serious evidence of liquid damage, although that looks a little suspicious. But more importantly, we'll take a look down here where the port is, and one thing I did notice though is that on the inside of the port we do have some debris. That shouldn't be anything that'll cause an issue. I'll flip it over here so you can see. So we've got some lint. I'll go ahead and just clean that out real quick. I don't imagine this will have any effect on anything, but what we really want to know is that now that the battery is isolated, do we still pull 0.53, or is that something that's only happening when the battery's connected? So back over here, you can see I have the battery isolated, and we are still actually going straight to 0.59 at this point, so we're definitely looking at an issue on the motherboard, probably unrelated to the charging system. I'll go ahead and pop the shield off and see if we can find some heat. So we've got heat here and here. I probably should pull the motherboard out, but we'll see how much heat we need to use to get this off. I think if we pull this out and shield the battery, we should be okay. Now make sure that you get this tape off, because that will definitely melt. And you know, even that little plastic piece I was showing you earlier, I think this guy, will go ahead and move that out of the way so it doesn't get distorted. And then of course, most importantly, and I don't recommend this for most people until you're 100% comfortable with the process, because getting the battery too hot can cause a lot of problems. So what I'm going to do is shield it like so, and we'll probably even add a bit of insulating tape just to help transfer the heat over to the frame so that we are not cooking the battery. I think we're pretty safe here. Of course, we want to watch out for these as well, but we should be able to get this guy off. And actually, I'm going to flip this so all my heat isn't going directly to that connector, because those like to melt as well. Whoops. I'm going to have the multimeter in audible mode just so you can hear. And we have, oh, we're clear. Okay, so this side is now clear. I'm going to check it in diode mode. And we've got, it's at 0.1 right now and climbing because of the temperature. So we just need to find another cap. And where do we put that one so we can confirm? I can show you. I don't think I've seen too many of these fail before. It's usually the small ceramic ones. There's our problem right there. So this is a NE, it's like NEU JE8, I believe, pretty common. This tablet's basically an iPad Air, so we will scavenge some parts from a donor board. Alright, I've got my donor. I am going to go ahead and mix some lead in here just to make life easier. You can see how much heat we ended up exposing that connector to. I don't need quite that much. Ought to do the trick. Alright, let that cool down, clean it up, get everything plugged in, and hopefully our issue has been resolved. Okay, so I'm going to connect the power again, and hopefully you can see no more 0.53, we're going 0.07, it's probably going to jump up to about 0.15, so it's attempting to boot. Although we don't have the battery connected, so we'll get everything plugged in so we can see what's going on here. Okay, so I've got the LCD plugged in. I'll go ahead and put this battery screw into position. And hopefully this will, actually it's probably not going to boot, I'm sure the battery's dead, but we should start charging the tablet. That's hard to see, isn't it? There we go. Okay, so 1.1. It's interesting, little dark on the LCD, but we are definitely charging and it's powering up. So I guess the battery was not drained. And I'm not sure what's going to be on the screen, so I've got to cover this just for a second. Make sure we don't have any photos. And there we have it.